So they didn't know I was sitting there. And they're hovering around the prosecutor Sara Sami, and they're like, oh, maybe they're not. Maybe he's not going to show up. It's a Brady violation. He's got all the evidence that you falsified this whole entire case. You think Mustafa's defense attorney is not going to show up to a Brady violation? So they're just like two fat white prosecutor assistant. They're hovering around Sarah. Ooh, maybe he's not going to show up. Maybe. And then Sara Sami got so angry. The look on her face, like, fuck my life. You're embarrassing me. At this point, this is my team. The brother is right there.
Any of that is posted anywhere on the internet, we're going to have problems. Whatever copies have been made of that, those need to be destroyed.
Okay.
Okay? If they get disclosed, that is going to put me...
Brady versus Maryland entitles Brad Haywood, the defense, to those communication. Now, we just listened to a body cam where Prosecutor Sara Sami flat out lied to Judge Carol Weimer. She said, I'm not aware of any communication. We just heard Davis say that he communicated and reached out to notified the Prosecutor Sara Sami, of what's going on. Now, I have a body cam where they found brake failure. This is a specific body cam where Investigator Davis found brake failure in Mustafa's car. And the prosecutor, we just got done hearing that he notified the prosecutor. Why is it that this prosecutor stand in court and tell a judge there is nothing wrong with Mustafa's car? Let's listen to... There we go.
Brake didn't engage.
Brake did not engage. Now, we're going to go back to the body cam where he's talking about notifying Prosecutor Sara Sami.
Before we leave, let's call Sarah and tell her what we did and make sure before we put anything back for her. Actually, can you call her now? That way you can tell her what we've done and tell her that we looked at all the things on that receipt.
Okay, so he notified Sara Sami, Prosecutor Sara Sami. We just watched a body cam where they find brake failure. Mustafa has brake failure in his vehicle. The prosecutor gets notified, but she stands in court and says there is nothing wrong with my car. Forget all of that. During a Brady motion, this prosecutor is telling the judge that I was never notified about anything. I don't know anything about what the police are doing. This is a body cam where Davis said, I notified the prosecutor during a vehicle inspection. Now, I have another body cam where Investigator Davis just got done talking to the 16-year-old. Investigator Davis is not with the children forensic unit, but he calls the 16-year-old. And as soon as he got done talking to the 16-year-old, he calls Prosecutor Sara Sami. Wait a minute. This prosecutor is telling Judge Carol Weimer that I'm not aware of any communication with the children, that the only time the children were spoken to is inside the police department, inside the forensic interview. That's not true. Let's see if I can find it. If you go on YouTube, all right, let's do this together. If you go on YouTube, there's a playlist. Let's see. All right, if you type not another boring podcast. All right, the channel is going to come up, and there should be a playlist. Let's see, there is a playlist. There we go, playlist. I love how everybody's like following how we're finding it. All right, there's a playlist, and the playlist is called Police Body Cam Mustafa Aljazairi. We're going to wait for this ad.
He's the main chef of DB Kitchen.
All right.
Going back, he's the lead investigator.
We're going to pause this video. All right, so there is a lot of videos that are numbered exhibits. These are the body cams that I stole from Commonwealth, Amy Ashworth, Prosecutor Sara Sami. How does it feel, Prosecutor Sara Sami? How does it feel to be the fuck up of the day? I mean, on your watch, I got to steal those body cams. And now when we go to court, it's beautiful. I'll tell you. I mean, the energy in a room is just, you walk in and we're all in the same sandbox. Mind you, when you look up, you go into circuit court, there is a file that this prosecutor is compiling, a thick file. I got my hand on that file. She has so many pictures of everything that I've done on social media, on my YouTube channel, what I've said, what I wrote, what I talked about. She has like everything documented. She's building a case. I mean, you talk about profiling. They take profiling to a whole new level. There's a case about me in circuit court. They're building a whole file. I mean, they're finding out that it's ineffective. They've mechanized the court against me. They want me to shut down the channel and have me stop talking about the Mustafa Aljazairi case, the Tatiana David case, the other cases that are coming out of this county. They want me to shut down the whole... They couldn't. They're unsuccessful at what they do. But they do have a case, a whole file. I mean, the disturbing part is you've got this prosecutor, I kid you not, you walk into court and it's the same judge. She've held multiple sessions telling Judge Carol Weimer how of everything that I'm doing online. Releasing the body cams, releasing the document, and then every time when we do go to court, is just we're all sitting there looking at each other. Hello, I'm here. The guy that you've been talking about and is attempting to get removed is here. I always have a giant smile on my face. I can't help it. I walk into court. They're in the Brady motion. I walk into court, and I guess I'm like one of the first people there. Mustafa's defense attorney didn't get there yet. You have Prosecutor Sara Sami, and you have her prosecutor. You have another prosecutor, Stephanie Buck. And let me just describe for you what Stephanie Buck looks like. Have you seen a beaver that's been working hard all day collecting wood, is trying to build a dam, and is so tired and exhausted, is literally confused, and is just looks like it's got a, when you're driving at night and you got a deer and the deer is just looking at you in the middle of the road, that kind of look. But it's a beaver. Let's see if I can find a video. We'll come back to this video real quick, but we're just taking... I have to... There's an image in my head that you have to see, and I can't be the only person seeing this. Let's see if I can find it. Stephanie Buck. Let's see. There's a famous video where a beaver is screaming, Alan, 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 Alan!
Question for Steve. Huge fan, by the way.
Right,
how did you get the internet back up and running so quickly?
This is what Stephanie Bucks looks like.
Nice day today. I think I might... was that Alan? Alan! Al! Alan!
Yeah, I don't think you need me, Yeah.
Alan! 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 Al! Alan! 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 Oh, so that's not Alan.
Now just picture this beaver all wet, has been working all day collecting wood, trying to build a dam, and is all confused. All right, so this is Stephanie Buck.
Steve, not Steve. Steve! 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 Steve!
So I walk into court, and Prosecutor Sara Sami is standing there. Right next to her is what we just saw, Stephanie Buck. And there's two fat ladies that are hovering around Sara Sami. And now Sara Sami knows I'm there. Stephanie Buck knows I'm there. But those two fat assistants are confused. They don't know that I'm standing there. And when I tell you fat, they're really fat. They're really, like, two fat white ladies. They're really fat. Like, they literally look like diversity hires. You think that prosecutor is a diversity hire? Those two fat white ladies are diversity hire. And I don't know what they put on the application. They probably put fat, white, lesbian. I don't know what they put. Like, all the letters. They're diversity hire, 100%. I mean, if I wanted a lawyer, if they weren't like, I would not hire them anywhere. Let's just put it like this. So they didn't know I was sitting there. And they're hovering around the prosecutor Sara Sami, and they're like, oh, maybe they're not, maybe he's not going to show up. It's a Brady violation. He's got all the evidence that you falsified this whole entire case. You think Mustafa's defense attorney is not going to show up to a Brady violation? So they're just like two fat white prosecutor assistant. They're hovering around Sarah. Ooh, maybe he's not going to show up. Maybe. And then Sara Sami got so angry. The look on her face, like, fuck my life. You're embarrassing me. At this point, this is my team. The brother is right there. Let me describe what Sara Sami looks like. She's originally Persian. And by the way, when I originally saw this prosecutor 2.5 years ago, she used to look normal. She looked white. Just your average random white girl. But today, she looks really weird. She looks really weird. At one point, she gained a lot of weight, and now she's like so skinny, you can't even recognize her. She's got what it looks like short, she has a wig on, 100%. Because when she turns around, there's like a bald spot in the back. Like, so she has, I don't know what she's going through, to be honest with you. And she looks like a little boy. This prosecutor looks like a little boy. Now, she's originally Persian, but I don't know why she looks like a little skinny lesbian boy. And she's got this library outfit on with her like fake hair, bald spot in the back. I mean, it's weird. I tell you, it's weird. I don't know what she's going through, to be honest with you. But, I mean, if I was in her shoes, and then you look at her, I mean, here's the problem. I mean, flat chest, nothing there. Flat, completely flat. And her ass looks weird. She has a flat ass. But then if you look a little bit lower, it almost feels like there's a lump. And it almost feels like she's wearing an ass, but it's just sagging downward. It's weird. I kid you not. It's weird. I was so disturbed, distracted, and terrified at the same time. I'm like, fuck, this thing has a file on me. That's disgusting. I mean, the thing is obsessed. I kid you not. I swear to God, one day we're going to go over this file, and it has like 500 pictures of me in a file. What do you need 500 pictures of me when I'm talking about this podcast for? And she's got it filed in circuit court. It's disturbing. It is really disturbing. So, now that I got done painting a scene for you, let's go back to what she told the judge. I mean, ATM Brady violation were approved, and it went forward by Judge Carol Weimer. That Mustafa's statement is falsified. This vehicle is crushed and staged by the police. The children are weaponized against Mustafa, abused in the process. And now, Mustafa's dash camera is cut and muted by Investigator Chad Mason. And that's all on the table now. That this prosecutor prevented the reconstruction of the vehicle 2.5 years ago. And now she's attempting to wash her hand from what the police have done. Why do you think there's 10 internal affair personnel in suits all the way in the back, making sure that the communication does not get released? I mean, as soon as the judge denied the communication to be released, they all got up and left. Interesting. They're terrified that their police officers, the communication is going to be released and is going to show what they've done in this case. There's an incriminating file that has not been body cams and documents that have not been released to Mustafa's attorney. Missing body cams and documents that show what they've done in this case. Incriminating to the police. They took those body cams and documents, put it in a separate file, and now they've been sitting on it. And now it's going to be released. Judge Carol Weimer denied the release of Sara Sami's communication because it's going to show what these police officers have done. As a matter of fact, she's terrified because she's complicit in. It's going to show that she's been notifying them on what to do to falsify this case.